Hey guys, and welcome back to World War II Solitaire board game channel. So today we're finally gonna play Tarawa 1943, a solitaire game by Worthington Publishing. I backed this game on Kickstarter a while back and finally got it. This game is about the United States Marine Corps invasion of the BTO island on Tarawa Atoll. And they took quite a beating. I think the casualty rate was something like 26% or something compared to the US casualties during D-Day in Normandy was 9%, I think, if I remember correctly. Anyway, this game is super simple to set up, it's super simple to play, and it's super simple to learn. We'll start. I'm just gonna quickly tell you about setting up the game. So start by setting the 3 infiltration cubes here on Japanese infiltration. You will place 3 of these Japanese defenders on each location. Each location has, there are 9 island locations, and all of them will have these 3 Japanese cubes. We have our different regiments. We have 3 different regiments: the 2nd, the 6th, and the 8th Marine Regiment of the 2nd Marine Division. And we will put our cohesion tracking cubes on 12 on all of them. Then we have our US Marine Corps troops. We will place them in wave 1, 2 for Red Beach 1, 2, and 3. As you see here, we have an alternative landing space, and this can be done if you want to play a alternative game mode. I think they originally planned this is the south and this is the north, so it's kind of upside down. But anyway, the south beaches, I think the Black Beach, I think they intended to invade first, but somehow they went with the north side of the island. So one thing to notice is that 1 battalion, each of these 3 cubes represent 1 battalion. So only 1 battalion can have one of these spaces. So you can't mix. So here we see the 2nd Regiment 1st Battalion, and they are all in one of these spaces, right? So remember, you can't mix them. So each of these are battalions, and there are historical information in the rules. If you want to place them absolutely historically accurately here, you can do that. I don't do that. I have the 2nd Regiment, the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Battalion in wave 1. Back here I have the 8th Regiment, again the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Battalion. Then we also have the 6th Regiment, which consists only of the 1st and 3rd Battalion, so that's only 2 battalions, and I have them here to the side of the board. So remember, you should have two regiments starting off the map. They can be landed later on in the game. You will have your red cubes, should be 12 of those next to the game, and then we have our bunker cubes, the brown cubes, 7 of those. Should also start next to the game. I also use some of these mini green cubes, which I got from a DVG game, and I use them to track United States Marine Corps controlled areas where I have no battalions present. When you're done with that, you're going to go ahead and take your United States Marine Corps cards, and we're going to go ahead and shuffle them, and you will draw the top 6 cards. And you will not look at them, and these cards will not be used during this game, so put them just face down here in the discard pile. And then you're going to do the same with Japanese deck. There is also rule options for a harder or a simpler game. If you want a harder game, you will discard 9 cards. If you want an easier game, you will just discard 3 cards. But we're going to play on the normal difficulty level here. So we are just going to go ahead and discard 6 cards. Okay, and that's it. We are ready to play, so I'm going to go ahead and sit down. And I'm going to tell you one thing right away before we get going. So this is a playthrough video. you're gonna be watching me playing. This is not a how to play video. I might do that later. This is not a review video, but I am still gonna share my opinion on the game as I am playing. And I just want to tell you one thing about the aspect of my opinions about the game before we get going. I like this game a lot. The system is really great. It's so beautiful. All of it, I just think it's so beautiful. And it's fun, it's quick. But I have one major complaint. And that is, unfortunately for me anyway, it's way too hard. I've played quite many games now, and I've always been very, very, very far away from winning. And I don't mind hard games, but I think we've come too far for that in 2021. Because look at David Thompson, for example. All of his games have the standard mode, which can be won quite easily if you're good with the game. And then as you get good with the game, he introduces the veteran and the elite mode. And the elite mode is really, really hard, even for someone who's really good at the game. Or you can look at Gregory Smith's narrative type of games, the Hunters, for example, which has different difficulty win settings. For example, I mean, you could fail and get a failure, but if you're pretty good at it, it's pretty easy to get a marginal victory. But the marginal victory doesn't really seem like a real victory if you're a veteran of the game. But I like how he does that it has different difficulty settings or ratings, I should call it. But this game is just, even if you play on easy mode, which is discarding only 3 Japanese cards instead of 6, it is super hard to win. And feels to me, and again, I don't have anything against that, it feels to me though that you cannot really do anything about if you lose or not, because it's gonna be quite dependent on how well the Japanese defenders roll. Because basically if you lose more than 9 battalion markers, you're gonna have to have a lot of Japanese cards left in the deck to be able to win, since you lose 2 victory points for each battalion marker that's lost. So anyway, sometimes I am gonna cry when there's a kamikaze attack which annihilates 6 of my markers or something like that, and I just wanted to give you a heads up. But other than that, I think this is a very good game. I like it very much. The only complaint I have on this game is, unfortunately for me, it is a little bit too difficult to be fun, and I would have really appreciated if there was a further step to make it more easy. I have even played without discarding any Marine cards or any Japanese cards, and I still can't really win. And I played a lot. Anyway, enough complaining about that. Also, please hear my positive notes on the game. That it is very beautiful, it's fun, and so on, even though I'm getting my ass kicked. So anyway, once we have set up the game, we are going to start with one initial attack from the Japanese at Red Beach. So all of them are going to roll 4 dice, and then we're going to use the chart, which we can see here. We have a chart for fire attacks, Banzai attacks, and then for United States Marine Corps battalions attacks. And I'll tell you right now, with the fire attacks, a 1 has no effect if they roll snake eyes, double 1s. That's going to be 1 loss to them. A roll of 2 cancels any roll of 6, and the 6 removes a marker. And a roll of 3, I will have to re-roll immediately. A roll of 4 or 5 reduces cohesion, which can lead to exhaustion. And a roll of 6 removes a marker. Anyway, I recommend you, if you have the game, read the rules. The rules are actually available online, so you can read them even if you don't have a game. I recommend you to read the rules before you watch the playthrough video, but I think it's quite a simple system, so you're gonna get it anyway. Anyway, let's start with the attack here. Red Beach 3 is gonna go ahead and attack wave 1. And you see here right away, I have an entire battalion annihilated. Nothing I can do about that. A roll of 4 that's a cohesion loss. Doesn't matter now since they are annihilated. But anyway, we go to the next, Red Beach 2. And remember that any roll of 3, you're gonna have to re-roll them. There is one more special thing about the initial attack of the Japanese, and that is that rolls of 1 are ignored. And that's good to remember, because remember, if you get a snake eye, that's 2 1s, you will actually remove a Japanese defender. Okay, so we were a little bit more lucky here. The only thing we took a hit to was cohesion. So 2nd Battalion of the 2nd Regiment loses 1 cohesion. And we go to the last attack. And again, look at that, guys. The game is basically lost for me now. I lose, again, an entire battalion. That is the 3rd Battalion of the 2nd Regiment, also lose 1 cohesion. So, I don't know, man. Maybe the game hates me. Maybe these green dice hate me because I've never rolled so bad. Because I sure do want these 6s when I'm attacking, but I'm never getting them. Anyway, that is the start of the game. And once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and take 3 USMC cards on your hand. And we have naval support, which lets us add 2 dice to any attack. We have reinforcements, where we can transfer up to 2 markers from one battalion to any adjacent one. And we have air support, which adds 1 die to any battalion attack. These aren't going to be... Perhaps I could use naval support, because the problem now is I need to move these guys up. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to use... the question now is, do I want to move these battalions up? Or do I want to use... no, what I'm going to do actually now is I'm going to go ahead and use my action to bring in these 2 battalions. So every turn that you play, you can do only 1 action. And the actions are attack, where you will roll 5d6 and use the same chart here, which is similar to this one, but instead of 1 6, I need actually 2 to take 1 marker out, so it's pretty hard. Anyway, I can attack, I can move a battalion. For example, if I was standing here, I could move it here. Only 1 battalion. I can regroup, and that's going to give me 3 in cohesion, plus 3. So if they are exhausted and example at 3, that would make them unexhausted. And I would be able to do stuff again, attack and so on. I can rotate battalion, and rotating battalion is changing, for example, this one with this one, changing, the places of 2 battalions that are adjacent at the cost of 1 cohesion from one of them. So those are the 4 actions that I can do, and the 5th and last action is bringing on these 2 reserve battalions on any wave 1 or wave 2 position. And then we have the cards, and some cards can be played during the play turn, some cards can be played during the Japanese turn. All of the cards I currently have can only be played during my turn. And during the Japanese turn, you can also play a card. But you can only play 1 card during your turn, and you can only play 1 card during the Japanese turn. So you can play a maximum of 2 cards during one whole turn of the game. Anyway, we have done our action, and we have not done played any card. So we can choose to discard 1 now, and that's what we're going to do. I'm going to discard a card, because that's going to let me draw a new one for the next turn. Now it's a Japanese turn, and we will draw a Japanese card now, and the card will tell us what to do. And we have done Fields of Fire. Each United States Marine Corps occupied position that is adjacent to 2 or more Japanese occupied position is fire attacked by each of those positions. However, currently we have no United States Marine Corps battalion which is adjacent to 2 Japanese positions. So we discard that card, and the Japanese don't do anything. So it's our turn again. It's a new turn of the game, and we will draw a new card, and we actually get reinforcements again. That's the card that we discarded. This time we're going to go ahead and attack. So I'm going to attack with the 6th battalion. Let's see here. The 6th Regiment, 3rd Battalion. They're going to attack this position, red beach 1. I'm going to use the naval support card, which will add 2d6. I would normally only roll 5, but now I'm going to roll 7. So I'm attacking this position. I need high numbers. That's very good. 6. That is at least one killed. One thing that you shouldn't forget is when you attack, when you move, when you rotate battalion, you have to spend 1 cohesion. We have a 5 and 2 2s. The 3 is immediately rerolled. And rerolled again. Oh, look at that. That is actually a very good roll. So the 2s, the 5 can also remove a Japanese defender, but I would need 2 5s instead of 1. The 2s, 2 of them will reduce my cohesion by 1, and 2 1s would remove 1 of my attackers. So what I can do now is I can spend 1 more cohesion to re-roll these dice and hope for a 5. Well, I got a 1 and a 2, and I'm actually going to spend 1 more cohesion and hope for a 5 again. Oh, and I get 2 4s, and the 4s can never be re-rolled. They are immediately taken out of the game. Anyway, I got 2 6s and 1 5, so I removed 2 Japanese defenders. If I would have removed the last one, I could have done a free advance, and that would also have let them, the 8th Regiment here, 3rd Battalion, also advance 1 step for free. But anyway, that did not happen. So it's the Japanese turn. Prepare defenses. Add a bunker to the highest priority Japanese occupied position. Lowest number is highest priority, so position number 1 gets a bunker. Then conduct 1 fire attack from an adjacent Japanese occupied position that is the lowest priority. So red beach 1 is gonna hit these guys, wave 1. And normally the Japanese fire attack is only 3 dice, but if you are firing at any wave position, you add 1, so it's gonna be 4 dice. And not looking good for my guys. Okay, that is lucky. The 6 would normally remove 1 of my guys, but the roll of 2 removes the 6. We can find all of this information here again on the Japanese fire attack chart. A 5 and a 4 reduces cohesion by 1, so that's 2 cohesion lost. But I didn't lose any troops this turn. So it's a new turn. I draw up to my final hand, which is 3. I got a good card here which can remove a bunker, but unfortunately, let's see, I don't know if I can use it from a wave position, including a wave area. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use this card, 8th Marine Regiment, to remove 1 bunker and get that bunker out of the way. And I'm going to go ahead and attack again, and this time I'm going to use, thinking about, should I use air support here? Yeah, I'm going to use air support because I really need to get out of the water here. So instead of using 5 dice, I'm going to get to use 6. And remember, reduce cohesion by 1. And looks like I got a pretty good roll. Reroll the freeze. Okay, so this is a really good roll. I would normally take out 2 Japanese defenders, but there's just 1 remaining, so we remove that one. And then we do a free advance onto the island. And you can daisy chain it, so these guys, which are waiting behind, also get to do 1 move for free. That's a really powerful thing to do, because normally 1 move would require 1 turn, since you can only do 1 action each turn. So I just now, after eliminating that Japanese guy, I took 2 moves. That's 2 turns I got. 2 turns I got for free. And it's gonna be the, let's see, actually the air support, I could not use that, but because you can only use one card, remember. So I did a bad thing. So let's do like this. I'm gonna have to redo it all, and instead of using 6 dice I have the normal 5, and this time I was not as lucky, so I have to re-roll this one at least. Okay, so I have a 6 and a 5 and 3 2s. I don't want those, so I'm gonna spend 1 cohesion to re-roll them. And I got what I wanted. I have to re-roll the 3. So I got double 5s, double 6. That would again be 2 defenders. So my guys advance for 3. Yeah. So if you ever see, it will be easy to keep track of, because if you ever see, like now I notice, okay, it's a Japanese turn, why do I only have 1 card left? I should always have 2 cards left. Okay, so it's a Japanese turn, and this is probably the worst thing that can happen, a Banzai attack this early on in the game, when I only have 1 position. Anyway, if the United States Marine controls 1 or 2 island positions, Banzai attack up to those 2 occupied positions that are adjacent to Japanese occupied positions. Okay, so this area is going to be Banzai attack by the lowest priority, and that's going to be 5. So these guys are going to Banzai, and they're going to do that with 5 dice. And a 1 is actually removing one of them. 5 and 4 is gonna reduce their cohesion, but 2 and 3 are re-rolled. Okay, so this is our final result. The 6 removes one of my battalion markers. The 5 and the 4 reduces cohesion by 1. So cohesion is now reduced to 1, 2, 3. And the 1 actually removes one of their defenders. One also small mistake I did. I saw that cohesion was at 5. When it ends up at 5, you should immediately take an exhaustion check. That happened when I re-rolled my dice during that attack. And you would roll like this, and if it's if at 5 or under, you're good. We rolled a 3. If it's higher, which would be a 6, they would be exhausted. But now we have to do it again, because it happened again. So now only a roll of 1 or 2, I will be fine, and a roll of 1, so I'm very lucky. Otherwise, I would have become exhausted. And that's the end of the Japanese turn. So we draw up to a full hand again. Ooh, I draw bad intelligence, and that means I lose my turn. So it's going to be the Japanese turn again. We draw a Japanese card. And it's another Banzai attack. So these guys, they go at it again with 5. And we have cohesion, and rerolls. Cohesion, I'm going to be dead. Okay, so all of these will reduce cohesion, right? 5s and 4s. During fire attacks and Banzai attacks. However, my cohesion can only drop 1. Then there are 3 left, and all of them are going to be a hit to my battalions. So that is my 3rd battalion. I've now lost 9 of my troops, and I'm pretty much dead. Anyway, the 1 means the Japanese lose one of their defenders. It's my turn again. I'm hoping, yep, I got a reinforcements. I don't want that. It's the last thing I need. I'm going to go ahead and move 8th Regiment 3rd Battalion up to Red Beach 1. Remember to reduce their cohesion by 1. And that's my turn. We have the Japanese turn again. Shibatsu killed. Go ahead and take a red marker and put that here. That means during the next Japanese Banzai attacks, you're going to have to roll 4 dice instead of 5. However, when Shibasaki is killed, we also have to do 1 Banzai attack. So again, these guys are Banzai attacking into this location. Remember, don't use 5, use 4. And we don't really have to roll anymore to find out what happens. Okay, so the 2 6s, they remove 2 defenders, so I lose 2 more. Then the 4 reduces cohesion by 1. And then the 1 actually takes them out. So these Japanese guys, they die from the final banzai attack they conduct. And now it's my turn again. I draw. Sorry, I should have discarded a card. You can discard a card at the end of your turn if you want to, but you don't have to. I choose to do that. I did it a little late. Recuperate. 1 battalion that is not adjacent to a Japanese occupied position rolls a die, and the result of the die is as follows. You can increase your battalion cohesion by up to 4. But I currently don't. The only one I have a low cohesion with is this guy, and he's adjacent to Japanese positions. So I think the 2nd Regiment, 2nd Battalion, are going to go ahead and attack these guys. And I'm going to go ahead and use air support to add 1 die. So I will use 6 die when attacking instead of 5. And 4s are removed immediately. 3s are rolled immediately. Okay, so we have 1 kill there. The 2s would make us lose cohesion, so I really don't want those. So I'm going to spend 1 cohesion to reroll them. Whoops. Remember, 4s are removed, 3s are rerolled. Okay, so the final value is 1 kill because of double 5s. And this one doesn't do anything, but if I would have 2 of them, it would reduce my cohesion by 1. And remember, snake eyes, you lose 1 of your own markers. That's my turn. We go to the Japanese. Troop movement. Move 1 marker from position 8, that's over here, if available, to the highest priority controlled position that has a vacant marker slot. So that's going to be here. Conduct a fire attack using attack priority. So attack priority is the Japanese will always attack the lowest number on the island from their highest number. So Red Beach, which has number 1, will be attacked by 5, not 2. So these guys are attacking a normal fire attack. And let's see what they get. 4 and 5. So that is cohesion reduction, and that is 8. So 1, 2. I lost 2 cohesion to that Japanese attack. It's my turn again. I go ahead and draw a card. This is the best card that you can draw. Command coordination. The command coordination lets me activate 2 additional battalions for that turn. So instead of activation only 1, I can activate 3 of them. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start with, let's see, I'll start with this battalion here, and I'm going to attack those guys. And that is the 2nd of the 2nd, so reduce cohesion by 1. And looks like I got 1 hit here, 1 reroll. That's removed from the game, so I got 1 hit. I could reroll this and pay for that, but I don't think that's a very good idea. So I'm just going to go ahead and be satisfied with that attack. And then I'm going to go ahead and attack with these guys. And they're attacking these guys. So that is the 6th Regiment, 1st Battalion. So reduce cohesion before rolling for the attack. Oh, that's a bad roll. That would actually, 2 of these would remove 1 of my defenders. And then I would lose also 1 cohesion. So I basically have to pay, doesn't make sense not to, so pay 1 cohesion to reroll all of these and hope for a better result. Remember, you automatically reroll the freeze. Okay, so we have at least 1 hit, so I'm going to be happy with that. I'm not going to keep going at it. And then the 8th Regiment 3rd Battalion is gonna go ahead and attack this position. With 5d6. And that doesn't look good. Remove. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pay one, let's see, 1 cohesion to reroll this. Hope for a 5 or a 6. Yes. So that paid off. And this guy is now removed. And I think I could advance here for free. But I don't know if there's any reason for me to do so. Well, I'm doing that. I'm advancing here for free since I eliminated the Japanese on that position. And now it's the Japanese turn. They get a sniper. Roll 1 die, attacking the highest priority United States Marine Corps occupied position. That is that position currently, because these are still in the water. Reduce the cohesion by the result of the die. So we want a roll of 1, because that is 0 loss. A roll of 6 would give us 3 loss to cohesion, and we also would have to remove 1 tactic card. So we have a new card, Herois, which will let us ignore 1 marker loss during the Japanese turn. We're going to go ahead and attack with the 2nd Regiment, 2nd Battalion. Attacking here. Yeah, looks like I'm going to take them out. That's cool. Okay, so these are removed. This is not lucky roll. I get this guy, and my guys automatically advance. You don't have to do that. That is optional. And the guys behind them also do that. Feeling like I'm gonna have to press on. I'm running out of Japanese cards. Okay, so Japanese turn. Another Banzai attack. If the United States Marine Corps control 1 or 2 island positions, Banzai attack up to those 2 occupied positions that are adjacent to Japanese occupied positions. So I should have stayed with this guy, and he would not have been Banzai attacked. Anyway, remember now that there will only be 4d6 since Admiral Shibasaki is killed. So we start with 6 Banzai attacking 5. And that is the end of them. They lose 2 cohesion, and you would normally roll an exhausted check now to see if they are exhausted or not. They would not be, since it's equal or lower. And then the 1 removes 1 of them during the Banzai attacks only, and the 6 removes 1 of mine. So I'm kind of running out of markers now. You can see it's really brutal. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and heroism. Ignore 1 marker loss. So he's saved. I have the discarded card, and like you saw, I also did pass the exhausted check. However, we have 1 more Banzai attack to perform, and that is airfield, lowest priority to highest. So that is 4 against number 2. And I was thinking I'm gonna roll a 666 again, but I didn't. But we have to re-roll these. Oh, that is a loss of 4 to cohesion. 2nd Regiment, 2nd Battalion. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to take an exhaustion check. I have to roll 3 or lower. I roll a 6. So that is my 1st battalion that is now exhausted. They cannot attack or move. They can only be part of a battalion rotation or try to regroup. That's the end of the Japanese attack. I draw 1 more card. 2nd Tank Battalion lets me adjust any 1 d6 which I roll in my attack. Let's see what I want to do. I'm gonna regroup with these guys. 1, 2, 3 points, and then you're automatically unexhausted if you reach 6. So it's a Japanese turn again. Prepare defenses. Add a bunker to the highest priority Japanese occupied position. That's going to be position number 3. And then you're going to do one fire attack. And the fire attack is going to be again from the airfield to Red Beach 2. And that's not looking too good for me. Okay, 6 removes one of my battalion markers. 5 reduces cohesion. 1 doesn't do anything, no effect. However, I'm again down to 5 in cohesion, so I have to roll for exhaustion. Oof. Okay, I'm lucky. I'm not exhausted. What do I want to do now? I should have... Okay, I do this. It's my turn. I don't discard any cards, so I don't draw any, since my hand is full. I use a reinforcements. Move one of these guys. You turn it over like that. From the 8th Regiment 2nd Battalion to 2nd Regiment 2nd Battalion. And I also gain one cohesion from doing that. Now the question is what I want to do. Because I need to get out of this sticky situation. 6th Regiment 1st Battalion is going to go ahead and attack. Using 5 dice. Oh. Man. Remember, remove the 4s, reroll the 3s. Oh. So I got that. So at least I removed the bunker. It's the Japanese turn again. Fire attack. The fire attack will attack the highest priority, and it will also attack the one with the lowest cohesion. So let's start with the highest priority position, which is this. Will be attacked by airfield. Oh man, that was lucky. Almost cheating. Almost. Ooh, look at that. 1 and 4. Okay, so the 4 will reduce their cohesion by 1. So I have to take exhaustion check. I'm good. Double 1s will actually remove one of their defenders. And then, don't forget, and 1 fire attack against the United States Marine Corps Battalion with the lowest cohesion. And that is going to be 8th Regiment 3rd Battalion, which we have over here. Black Beach 1 is going to attack them. And we are saved. Okay, so the 6 would normally take them out, but the roll of 2 cancels the enemy's 6 with the fire attack only. A 5, however, is going to drop their cohesion by 1, so I have to do exhaustion check. And they are exhausted. Damn. Okay, so it's my turn again. Air support. I don't know what to do. I have to get out of this situation. 6th Regiment 1st Battalion is going to go ahead and attack again. Here. And they are using air support this time. To add 1 die. So I have 6 instead of 5. Man, these 4s are killing me. Look at this roll, man. Okay, I'll spend 1 more cohesion then to reroll these 2. And I'll spend 1 more cohesion then. Okay, there we go. At least I take out one of the Japanese defenders. Only 1 to go. And it's Japanese turn again. Infiltration, that sucks. Infiltration, move a Japanese cube from the infiltrator box into the highest priority United States Marine Corps controlled island position, which has less than 3 markers. So that's going to be this position now. These guys are really in trouble. What happens when this is there is they can't move and they can't rotate. You have to take this guy out. It is also considered controlled by the Japanese, which is bad for me victory condition wise, counting the victory points. Okay, so I have to attack this one to get rid of it. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. Command coordination, just what I need. I don't think I can win this, or I basically know it, but I'm going to keep fighting until the end. And I'm going to give them hell. So we have command coordination. I'm going to go ahead, and the first thing I'm going to do is with the 6th Regiment 1st Battalion, I'm going to go ahead and attack these guys. Oh, come on. Are you serious, dude? You see, it's actually really hard to get these guys. I'm gonna spend one cohesion reroll because rolling a double 5 or double 6. Now it happened just because I was gonna say it was hard, but it is hard. It is not very easy. Okay, I get a double 6. I remove this guy, and that means I'm gonna go ahead and advance. And these guys are coming with him. I have to roll for exhaustion now since I spent cohesion and went under 6. So I have to roll 4 or lower. Thank you. That's the first battalion activated. Then I'm going to go ahead and activate this battalion. And they are actually going to go ahead and attack this cube that is in their own. So 8. Oh, they're exhausted. Okay, so I can't do that. But I can regroup 1, 2, 3. And that removes their exhaustion cube. And then I can use this battalion here, the second. Let's see, where is the... Oh, am I so low? No, wait. There we are. Okay, they only have 5 cohesion. Maybe I should regroup. Now, I'm gonna attack. No one remembers a coward. These guys are attacking with 5 dice. You really have to push your luck. If you're only playing it safe, you're not going to win. What a horrible roll. Let's see. 2nd Regiment, 2nd Battalion. Spending 1 cohesion. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I get double 6, double 5. So these guys are removed. And... I'm not going to move in here right now, and I'm going to tell you why. Because there are cards, Japanese cards, I think it was the first one we drew. Yeah, Fields of Fire. And that is each United States Marine Corps occupied position that is adjacent to 2 or more Japanese occupied position is fired attack by each of those adjacent positions. And I currently have no... friendly guys which are adjacent to anything more than 1. So I'm going to stay put. I'm going to use the recuperate for the 2nd battalion, 2nd regiment, and see if I can get their spirit up, and then I'm going to move on. So I don't want to get into the airfield where I will be adjacent to both of these guys. Anyway, I have to roll for exhaustion, and I'm probably going to be exhausted now since I need to roll a 3 or lower. Yeah, I am exhausted. Or these guys are. And we draw a Japanese card. Infiltration again. No. So we take an infiltration cube and it goes into this box this time. We draw a card. Colonel Shoop leads the way. Ignore up to 2 cohesion loss. So the first thing... wait. I wanted to use recuperate. 1 battalion that is not adjacent to a Japanese occupied position rolls a die. That's a problem because I think with the infiltration cube I actually think I can't take him down, but what I can do is I can use the 6th Regiment 1st Battalion and attack, or actually better, the 8th Regiment 2nd Battalion, which have full cohesion. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack this yellow cube. I only need 1 hit, which I get. Thank you. And you have to reroll the freeze. Ooh, look at that. 666. So the Japanese infiltrator, probably a sniper or something like that, he's killed. And now, before we move on to the Japanese, I'm going to use the recuperate card for the 2nd Regiment, 2nd Battalion. I roll D6 and hope for a 4 or higher. 6. Increase battalion cohesion by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's gone. Okay, so I think it was a smart move, staying behind a little bit and not rushing, heading to that mess. 6 here is still pretty banged up. I gotta rotate battalion next turn. Shibasaki is killed. He's already killed, man. But there's 2 of these cards. If that happens, ignore if already played. Conduct one Banzai attack using attack priority. So, one Banzai attack, and 6 is gonna attack these poor guys. And I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be the end of them. There is no... Ooh, no, wait. Actually, it's gonna be these guys getting attacked by these guys. That's lucky. So, we are still at 4. Even though you draw a second Shibasaki killed, you will not remove 1. But if communication is destroyed, that will happen. Anyway, 4 dice. Banzai attack against these guys. Oh man, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. This happens sometimes. You get these double and triple 6s, and they're just horrible. So first of all, we get 2 6s. So 2. You see, I'm almost annihilated already, and it's like half the game has passed. And then we have a 5 and a 4, 6, 1. Bam, bam. That's 2 cohesion hits. I have to roll now, and on a roll of 1 or 2, I'm good. On a roll of 3 to 4, they are exhausted. They're exhausted. So things are looking very bad for me right now. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and draw a card. Naval support. And now we're going to do rotate battalions. So we're going to rotate 8th Regiment 1st Battalion with 6th Regiment 1st Battalion. And when you rotate battalions, only one of them has to have... only one of those battalions have to reduce their cohesion by 1. However, and it's your choice, however, if you have an exhausted battalion included, that is the one that's going to have to take the cohesion damage. So 6th Regiment 1st Battalion takes 1 cohesion hit. Because it's exhausted, you cannot choose the 8th Regiment 1st Battalion. Okay, so it is the Japanese turn again. Yes, sirree. Infiltration. That is the last infiltration that's going to happen. It's going to end up over here. It's my turn again. I'm going to go ahead and... The question is, what should I do? I think I'm going to use 8th Regiment 1st Battalion and attack these guys using a naval support card, which will gain me 2 additional dice. Hope I can take them out. I only need like a double 6 and a double 5. Oh man, look at it. Ugh. So many 1s. At least not any 4s, because the 4s are bad. Also remember, guys, reduce the cohesion when you move and attack. Don't forget, like I do. And we have a 4. So the 4s are removed. We will spend 1 more cohesion to reroll our dice. Ah, come on! 3, and 3. Look at this, guys. This would actually destroy 2 of my markers, so I have to spend more cohesion. And this is the problem with, finally, this is the problem with using these cards, that they have a big potential to actually hurt you. So the 1 doesn't do anything, but we have a double 5, a double 6, so these guys are successfully routed. I'm gonna go ahead now and advance for free. I have to advance, I can't stay back any longer, I have to push. And these guys, they would normally be able to follow them, but they can't now because they are exhausted. They don't get that free advance move. So it's the Japanese turn, and we have a Banzai attack. If the United States Marine Corps player controls 3 or more island positions, Banzai attack against the highest priority position adjacent to a Japanese occupied position. Okay, so it's actually, I think I did perhaps 2 Banzai attacks earlier, but there should only be 1. Let me clarify that. No, okay, it was 2. So the previous card was if the United States Marine controls 1 or 2 island positions, by Banzai attack up to those 2 positions. However, this one only says to attack the against the highest priority occupied position, and that is unfortunately for these guys going to be them. So we do a banzai attack with 4d6 with 6 black beach, and a 2 is always a reroll with the banzai attacks, so that is 2 hits, 1 hit to them and 1 cohesion. The cohesion of these guys would go down there, but then the hits effectively take them out. So you can see that the infiltration goes away. Oh, it can stay. So you can see that things are not going good for me. I've also forgotten to, I usually do this because the last marker to leave the position, that's controlling that position. So for example, these guys just left here, so that is in control of the United States Marine Corps, and I never moved here, so the Japanese still control the airfield. Red beach I still control, but green beach I've lost due to the infiltrator. So let's see what I want to do. I need to draw a card, dug in, which will give me a bunker. I'm actually going to go ahead and play that right away. And I'm going to give a bunker to these guys. Second. Okay, so these guys I'm going to go ahead and... Oh no, they have an infiltration cube, I forgot. So 8th Regiment, 2nd Battalion. Spending 1 cohesion, attacking this infiltration cube with 5 dice. And look at that. I actually roll a double 6. I don't want to roll a 1 or a 2 now. I get a 1 more 6. That's cool. So the infiltration cube goes away. And it's a Japanese turn. Fire attack. So the only adjacent one now is this guy, so he's going to take both the attacks. Remember, fire attack is 1 attack using the keyword highest priority, and 1 fire attack against the lowest cohesion adjacent battalion. So this guy is going to take both attacks, and it's going to come from this place. So first attack, we have 2 rerolls and 1 miss. Ooh, look at that. Perfect. Okay, so the double 1 removes 1 Japanese defender, and the 6 kills 1 of my guys, but I have a bunker, so I'm safe. So the bunker is destroyed, and these guys are fine. However, they will do 1 more attack, and we get 3 rerolls. 1 1 and 2 4s. So the 4s would remove 2 cohesion from these guys. However, I'm going to play Colonel Shoop leads the way, ignore up to 2 cohesion losses. Okay, so I draw 2 new cards now. Oh yeah, command coordination, just what I need. I need to get these Japanese off the island. Remember, for each Japanese card remaining, I'm going to get 1 VP. But I think it's pretty lost, guys. But anyway, I'm going to try my hardest. So let's play command coordination, which lets me activate 3 battalions instead of the normal 1. And I'm going to go ahead and advance with second up here to the airfield. And 8 second is then advancing with them. Daisy chaining, it's called. So it's not one of my actions. 8 seconds you have to pay for that, since it's not an advance, it's a move. And then we have 6th Regiment 1st Battalion. I'm gonna go ahead and use regroup with them. 1 2 3. We will do an exhaustion check now. Hopefully I roll 4 or lower. Yes, so they are not exhausted any longer. Perfect. Japanese will gain victory points if they have exhausted some of my battalions during the end of the game. And then we have these guys, and they're going to go ahead and attack these guys, of course. So we will roll 5 dice. 8 first, so we have to reduce cohesion. Well, we have 1 hit. We have to remove that. I would so much love if I would take these guys out. 8 first, I'm gonna re-roll because I don't want to lose cohesion. Ah, it is what it is. We took one guy out, so probably next turn we're gonna be able to eliminate them. Japanese turn. Fields of fire. Oh, okay, that is bad. Each United States Marine Corps occupied position that is adjacent to 2 or more Japanese occupied position is fire attacked by each of those positions. The Japanese positions may fire at more than one United States Marine Corps occupied adjacent position. Fire each Japanese position separately. So again, this is the thing I was talking about. It's really dangerous getting in this situation where you have more than one adjacent Japanese defender, and I kind of overreached now, but that is because I've lost again. So this is the amount of battalions I've lost. I just felt like I need to take a chance and try to take these Japanese guys out and hope that I somehow can reduce my my casualties. But these guys, because of these 2 cubes, I'm in a world of pain. So we will do 4 fire attacks now. Let's start with 9 against 8. So we have 2 cohesion loss to 8. So we have to do an exhaustion check. We're good. Then Black Beach 2 will attack them also. Yeah, look at that, guys. Now it's coming. So we are lucky because we have 2 kills against my guys, but one of them is cancelled with a roll of 2. So we only have 1 casualty. Then these guys also attacked by them. Two cohesion lost to 2nd Regiment, 2nd Battalion. We have the roll for exhaustion check. We're good. And then these guys will also attack. To be adjacent, by the way, there has to be arrows in between the areas. So these guys attack as well. That is going to be 2 cohesion lost to 2nd. Oof. I'm going to be exhausted now. Yep. Told you. Okay, that is bad. That is bad. That is the end, however, of the Japanese turn. We draw recuperate. I have this card, Dynamic Command. Swap positions of 2 adjacent battalions or move 1 battalion to a vacant friendly control position. This is a free move. And normally you cannot move if you're exhausted, but the rules clearly state that the cards have priority over the normal rules. So I interpreted that as with the card you can actually move even if you're exhausted. So I'm swapping positions with these 2 guys and spending that card. Okay, now it's time to pay back. Okay, first of all, I'm going to take down this. I'm just going to say what I think of him. So 8th Regiment, 2nd Battalion, I'm attacking with 5 dice. And there we go, he is dead. Ah, look at that, he's really dead. And then we have one of those. Okay, so this guy goes away. I'm not gonna, or actually I am, because I want to take control of that position. So I am advancing. Now it's a Japanese turn again. Fields of... Oh, no. Another Fields of Fire. You know the deal. Okay. So, this guy is going to be attacked by these 2. So, let's start with this guy then. Normal fire attack. Okay, so we have 2 cohesion loss. But 8 first, there we go. So 1, 2. You have to roll now a 3 or lower. It's a 5. So now these guys are exhausted. Then these guys will fire. What's that? 2, 2. 2 are... Oh, they don't do anything. They cancel any 6. So the second attack is good. Okay, that's bad. It's our turn again. I'm gonna go ahead and use Recuperate for my exhausted battalion here. And roll to see. A 6, so that is 4 cohesion. Second. 1, 2, 3, 4. You might ask, why don't you do that on this guy? Well, you cannot be adjacent to a Japanese position as you use this. 8 second is gonna go ahead. No, wait. What should I do? Okay, so 8 first is gonna regroup. 1, 2, 3 cohesion. Remove the exhaustion marker. And it's a Japanese turn again. Sniper. And Sniper is gonna hit 2-2. I roll 2, so that is gonna be 1 cohesion lost. So 2nd Regiment, 2nd Battalion. That means I have to do an exhaustion check. Oh! I am exhausted. Oh my god. I can't believe it. And it's my turn again. Dug in. I'm gonna use Dug in for this. Let's see, this guy, because he's gonna be fire attacked first if there's a fire attack. And then I'm gonna use second. I'm gonna regroup. 1, 2, 3. And it's a Japanese turn. Prepare defenses. So these guys get a bunker, and then we're gonna do a fire attack. And the fire attack is gonna be, let's see, yeah, the fire attack is gonna be here from these guys. So that is a 2 to cohesion. 1, 2. It's my turn again. Let's see what I should do. 8 first is gonna go ahead and try to take care of these guys. Rolling 5 dice. I only need 1 hit to them now. Oh, come on! Are you serious? I get 3 fours. That is insane. Re-rolling this. I have a 5. I'm gonna spend a 2nd battalion card, which will let me adjust any of the die. So I'm adjusting that one into a 5 instead, killing this guy. Japanese turn again. They only have these guys left. Troop movement. Move 1 marker from position 8 if available. But they're not, because they're dead. Conduct a fire attack. So these guys are attacking these guys. Let's see. Yes, with 3. Ooh. Okay, so they take 2 hits to markers. So the bunker is gone, and then 1 of the guys, and then 1 to cohesion. 8 regiments, 2nd battalion, so I have to take 1 check. I'm good. It's my turn. Oh, I have heroism. So I use heroism to save that marker that is destroyed. And remember, the second marker was the bunker. So I draw 2 cards this time. Ooh, I have the 18 Marine Regiment, which lets me remove a bunker. So away you go. Okay, so all of my guys are pretty banged up. Second are doing pretty alright. I'm gonna use 8 second to fire at this infiltrator cube. I need to get that away. Come on. Oh. So I'm re-rolling these. 8 second. Come on, give me a 5, please. Yes! So this guy is gone. Last infiltrator cube is destroyed. However, my guys have dropped all the way down to 3 cohesion. So I have to roll now. Yeah. Good. They're not exhausted. Thank you. Okay, so that is good. The Japanese turn again. We have another sniper who is attacking this position. And we should also... Okay. 1, so that is nothing happens. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. Colonel Shoop leads the way. I'm gonna go ahead and use the 8 second to move down here to take this position, since it's still Japanese controlled, to give me some more VP. However, that's gonna cost me 1 cohesion, so I'm probably gonna be exhausted now. Oh, so lucky I'm not. Whew. Japanese card, communications destroyed. -1 to Japanese attacks. I would have liked to draw on that earlier in this game. Nothing more happens, so I now need to take down this guy. That's the last Japanese defender. Let's see, 8 Regiment 1st Battalion. Let's see. Okay, they're gonna... Do I have cards? Yep, I have cards. So they're gonna go ahead and attack. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the 2nd Tank Battalion card, but it's still not gonna be enough to kill them all. Anyway, let's attack. See what happens. Hopefully this will be a 5 or a 6. Come on. Oh, 3, 5 or a 6. Come on. 8. I'm gonna re-roll these. Hope for 1. Oh, 5 or a 6. I was gonna say. Nope. I have to take an exhaustion check with this guy now. And it's a free, so I'm good. It's Japanese turn. It's their last card. Fire attack. Both of the attacks are going to be from this position to this one. Oh no. It's a pretty good roll for the Japanese. Okay, so it's 1 mark lost, 2 cohesion lost. So I'm going to have to take an exhaustion check, and unless I roll a 5, they will be exhausted. So we roll again. Now let's see. Now I'm pretty much dead. Yeah. Pretty much. If that's not a 1. Oh, okay. So the 2 actually cancels the 6, but the 4... Okay, so the 4 actually reduces cohesion by 1, but I can use Colonel Shoop leads the way, ignore up to 2 cohesion loss. So I use that so I don't take that last cohesion loss, which would have killed me. And now the Japanese cards are finished. I get 1 final turn. I get to draw 1 final card. Jeez. And the final card, United States Marine Corps player loses his turn. And that is a very fitting way to end this game. I think, man, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've tried every kind of combination of tactic. I've tried aggressive tactic, like pretty much which I did now. I have tried defensive tactic. I have tried being aggressive with my battalions, but defensive with my cards. I have tried being defensive with my battalions and aggressive with the cards. I have tried a mix of these different tactics, but everything ends up like this. Now, my friends, we're going to go ahead and calculate the victory points from this game. So, positions. I control the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th. I don't control the 7th. That's Japanese controlled. I control 8, but I don't control 9, because remember, you don't have to... it's not enough to just kill a Japanese. You have to occupy the position too. What do I have today? I want to finish 30th December 2021. And wow, a lot of these guys are dead. Second, first, is there anyone? Nope, no one remaining. Actually, you don't have to look at all of that. I'm just gonna have to try to see. Oh, I lost 1 on the floor, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 lost markers. And the Japanese get 2 points for those. So that is 34 victory points to the Japanese, plus 1 victory point for the exhausted one. So then we're up to 35 victory points for Japanese, and then 3 victory points for control positions. So 34, 35, 41 Japanese victory points. Ooh. And I get victory points, 1 victory point for each remaining Japanese card, and then I get 2 victory points for each controlled position. And I control 7 positions, so I get 14 victory points. And this is what I'm talking about, because every game that I have is like this. I mean, I'm not a few points away. The Japanese have 41 victory points, I have 14. I have to have a positive victory score to win. So I'm not even close, nowhere close to a marginal victory. Let's see, 14, that's 13, 27 difference. That is a 27 difference in victory points. So the winner is the Japanese by far. I mean, I didn't stand a chance, to be honest. And I think I played pretty good. But I would like to hear from you guys, because I noticed at least one guy, Johnny. Hey, Johnny. I noticed Johnny writing that he got actually not only a marginal victory, but he got, I guess it's called a substantial victory. So let me know, guys, what would you have done different? Maybe we should do a live stream of this game, and you guys could help me conquer this video island of the Tarawa atoll, because I cannot do it on my own. I don't know how many times I played now. One day I was playing, and as soon as I lost, I tried again. I restarted the whole day, and I don't like to, for example, even though in the beginning, like this was a horrible beginning, I don't like to, oh, okay, let's restart it. I want to play it out, because otherwise it kind of feels like cheating. So anyway, I sound very depressed, but I gotta admit, I had very fun losing this game, and that's what saves this game. Like I said, I only have one complaint, and that is that it's, for me anyway, it's a matter of taste, of course, is that it's way too hard. I would have loved to see some more difficulty modes. There is the easy and hard, but it doesn't really affect the game that much, getting 3 more cards. That is 3 victory points basically, and we're talking about a 27 difference here in this game, even though I think I played pretty good. But I'll have to admit, the Japanese rolled damn good. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna stop sitting here and mumbling on about my loss. I am a bad loser. I am a sore loser. So maybe that's why hard games isn't really my thing. But anyway, I want to say thank you very much for watching. I want to say thank you very much to Wesley Jones, who is the newest member of my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. I heard your wish, Wesley, that you want me to do this best of kind of video, and I am working on that. I'm actually working on 2 kind of videos. One video which will be my favorite top 5 solo World War II war games, and the second one is going to be my favorite best portable top 5 solitaire World War II war games. Since I travel a lot, I do a lot of hiking, I like to bring some small portable war games with me. So those 2 videos are being worked upon, and it's the holiday now, so I'm not going to put too much effort on it, but they are coming, believe me. Also, if you want to become a member of the channel, you can do so only for $2.99 US a month, and helps to support this channel, so I can bring you more content on the newest World War II solitaire board games, but also old ones. I play all of them, and I don't have quite a complete collection. I'm missing pretty much, I'm thinking maybe I have like 20% of all the World War II solitaire war games out there. So each donation is gonna help me get closer to the goal of collecting every World War II solitaire board game and showing them to you, how they work, if they're good, whatever. Anyway, it's time to celebrate the new year, so I'm gonna let you go. Thank you again very much for watching. See you next time. Let me know in the comment section what you think I could have done differently. Stay safe.